When a humble bard graced to ride along. You don't want to hear me do that. What you want to know is what's going on with Witcher Season 2. Well, in the last 24 hours, there has been a flurry of pictures, reviews, comments. Let's take a look at the article from Forbes from today, December 15th, entitled Netflix's The Witcher Season 2 is reviewing much better than Season 1. Despite the initial lukewarm reception by critics, it became a fan favorite and one of the fastest watched Netflix originals of all time. Hell, I loved it. I've probably watched it 6 times. It also led me to read the entire book series, which starts out strong, but the later books get a little... Let's just say it becomes the series show. But it does have a strong finish. Going to the trusted source, Rotten Tomatoes, Season 1 has an 68% overall. That's from our woke critic betters. But what we should really look at is the audience score, 91%. What a difference a year or two makes. Now the critics are giving it a 95%. Normally, when it comes to sites like this, that's a warning sign. Clearly, since the show hasn't come out yet, there is no true audience reaction. How are we going to take this? Are the critics just getting on the Witcher bandwagon? If we look at Netflix's own streaming charts, Season 1 is number 5 overall. But in real time, it is number 2 behind some show that I have no idea about. The article in Forbes, of course, has to compare it to Game of Thrones, because obviously, to someone who doesn't care about the genre, everything looks like George R.R. Martin. Now, the way it looks right now, we're going to get all the episodes dropped at once. Let's jump over to where the good stuff is. This is an article from UPI entitled The Witcher, Geralt, Ciri, and Vesemir pose in Season 2 photos. Kim Bodnia will be playing Vesemir. I like that casting. Oh, I do love me some good Witcher. Netflix also showed photos featuring Geralt, Ciri, and of course, everyone's favorite horse outside of Bella from The Wheel of Time, Roach. Of note, Season 2 also adds Paul Bullion, who was, of course, in the movie Dune. He will play one of my favorite characters in the later books, that would be Lambert. Adjoa Ando, who was in Bridgerton, is also joining. She will be the priestess Naniki. Now, if you've read the books, you know that she is a priestess in a rather elaborate temple. She's a very stern, no-nonsense woman, just the kind of mother figure our Geralt needs. Now, she also has an herbal and pharmaceutical supply, which does in fact come in quite handy for our man from Riviva. I'd say for Season 2 we can expect that Ciri be brought to that same temple. Which brings us back to the Witcher himself, Henry Cavill. Is it my imagination, or did I just hear millions of women swoon? And okay, to be fair, dudes too. Henry Cavill's Witcher will be joined by Ciri, of course played by Freya Allan, with Anya Chalotra back as Yennefer, Mimi Dweemi back as Fringilla Vigo, and Misia Simpson as Frangelica Findabar. I'm guessing Geralt's life isn't about to get any easier. How is that tension between Geralt and Yennefer going to be played this time? I cannot wait for Season 2 Witcher to drop. I will be covering it in my own reviews as well as live streaming. What do you think? Are there any warning signs out there? Are there any things that you have concerns about with Season 2? I've heard a lot of things, a lot of little rumors, but until we get into that first 5 minutes of Episode 1 of Season 2, we will not know where this thing is going. I would love to have some quality escapism. Do you think we're going to get it? Henry Cavill, back as The Witcher this Friday on Netflix. This is Salty Texas C. I am Corey DB. You have an awesome day.